Hello children, look around you. You can see plants, animals, water, tables, chairs and many other things. In what ways are the things you see different from each other? Their shapes, colors or sizes may be different. They might be made up of different things, but there are certain things that are similar in all of them. Can you guess what are they? Come, let's find out. All the things mentioned above have two things in common. They take up space, they have weight.
All things that take up space and have weight are called matter. People, animals, plants, water, table, chair and all other things around you are matter.
The amount of space each takes up is called its volume. Is air matter then? Yes, it is. It has weight and it takes up space.
All matter is made up of tiny particles. They are so small that you cannot even see them. They are called molecules. The molecule of every substance is different. The molecules are made up of still smaller particles called atoms. There are about 100 kinds of atoms. These atoms join in different ways to produce different kinds of molecules. They are like the letters of the alphabet. You can join different letters to make thousands of words. The atoms can join to make millions of molecules. That is why there are millions of substances around us.
Children, matter around you is solid, liquid or gas. A brick is solid, water is liquid and air is gas. These are the three states of matter.
Solid. If you move a brick from one place to another, it does not change its shape or the space it occupies. The molecules in a brick are packed very close together. They cannot move around much. That is why solids do not easily change their shape. Solids have definite shape and volume. Liquid. Water in a jug takes the shape of a jug. You can pour this water into a glass. It will take the shape of a glass. A liquid takes the shape of a container in which it is kept. If you pour the water on the floor, it will flow. But the amount of space a liquid occupies remains the same no matter where it is poured. Thus, liquids can flow. They have definite volume but no definite shape. In liquids, the molecules are not packed so close together. They can move around more freely within the liquid. That is why liquids can flow. Gases. Gases easily change their shape and volume. If you blow air in a balloon, it takes the shape of the balloon. It takes up less space in the balloon than it did outside. The molecules in a gas are far apart from each other. They roam around freely in the space in which they are kept. Therefore, gases do not have definite shape or volume. They occupy the entire space given to them.
Children, you just learnt about the three states of matter. We can change the state of matter from one to another. How? I will tell you. Water is liquid, right? But it can also be solid as ice. It can be gas too as water vapor. In all cases, its molecules do not change. Only the arrangement of molecules change.
How can water be changed into ice? Take some water in an ice tray and keep it in the freezer compartment of a refrigerator. What happens after 2 to 3 hours? The water changes into ice. How can ice be changed to water? Take the ice tray out of the refrigerator, keep some ice cubes in a pan and heat it gently. Does the ice melt to form water? Water can be changed into water vapor by heating it. Heat water in a pan. After some time, the water starts boiling and you can see steam escaping from water. Water vapor can be changed back to water by cooling it. Put a cool steel plate over the water vapor coming out of the pan of boiling water. You will see water vapors on the underside of the plate. This is how we can change water from one state into another. Thus, a solid on heating changes to a liquid. A liquid on heating changes into a gas. A gas on cooling changes into a liquid. A liquid on cooling changes into a solid.
Change of state can be easily observed in some other substances such as butter and wax. However, some other substances such as iron or gold have to be heated very strongly to convert them into liquid or gas. This cannot be done at home.
When you add a spoon of sugar to water, what happens? The sugar disappears and the water tastes sweet. The sugar has dissolved in water. What we get is a solution of sugar in water. The sugar is the solute and the water is the solvent. You know that in a liquid, the molecules are not very closely packed. There are therefore spaces between the molecules. Of course, you cannot see the spaces because they are very small. When sugar dissolves in water, its molecules get into the tiny spaces between the molecules of water. If you go on dissolving sugar in water, a time will come when all the space between the water molecules will be full of sugar. No more sugar can then be dissolved. Such a solution is called a saturated solution. You cannot dissolve any more sugar in a saturated solution.
So now you know everything about the matter. 3 states of matter and solutions. Till we meet next, take care. Bye kids.